Hello, this is Paul Chek. Welcome to the Inner Cave Meditation. I'd like to start by saying thank you to Ben Greenfield for inviting me to join all of you. This is a meditation that my soul taught me to help me learn to manage my mind and my emotions. And I've found it to be very powerful. I've taught it to countless numbers of students and clients, and anyone that's used it has really found a lot of benefit in it. It's beautiful because it uses inner visioning and active imagination, but it also gives you an opportunity to get real-time feedback as to the effects of your thoughts and your emotions in a tangible way that gives you a way of relating to them so you can use your conscious processes to choose to relax your mind, your emotions, and whatever's rising up in you. To begin with, I'm going to give you an overview of what we'll be doing so that you don't have to scramble to try to figure out what you're trying to imagine. I'm going to ask you in the very beginning, when we start, to see yourself walking down a trail in the mountains on the edge of a canyon. The canyon will be on the left. There will be a creek at the bottom. We will go down the canyon. We will cross over where you'll find the opening to a cave. From there, I will guide you into the cave. When we get into the cave, you will find that there is a gentle waterfall that pours into a wading pool of water that's like a small creek in the cave. And out of the wading pool, water flows off into the creek. We will take a seat next to that wading pool, and we will put our feet in the water so we're connected to the water. And we will use the water as a feedback mechanism so that we can see and perceive our thoughts and our emotions as they manifest themselves in the water. So all you need to do is get comfortable. Any position that you're comfortable in will work well, but you will probably find that when you're doing active imagination, that having your spine vertical enhances the process for most people. So if you're ready, I'd recommend that you start with me here by taking a deep belly breath. You want the first 2/3 of the breath to fill the belly, chest moving only in the last 1/3. And we'll breathe in for 4, hold for 6, and release for 8. So let's start with a deep belly breath. Hold. And as you breathe out, just visualize all the stress leaving your body as energy the earth can use to create growth. In for 4. Hold. And let it out slowly. As you finish your exhale, draw your belly button in to squeeze the last bit of air out of your lungs. In for 4. Hold. Out slowly. Breathe the stress out. Give it to Mother Earth. Let's do 2 more. Let it go. Now visualize yourself walking on a beautiful mountain trail. You're walking downhill, slight progressive downhill grade. Down in the canyon on your left is a small creek. See the sunlight. See the trees as you're walking. Look down and see the creek. See the stones in the creek bed. And as you're visualizing yourself walking in your inner eye, your mind's eye, or your third eye, look down and see your feet. Hopefully you're barefooted. And as we walk down the trail, we will soon reach the level of the creek. And now that we're at the creek, let's cross the creek. Let your feet get wet and enjoy feeling the cool water. And as we cross the creek, we follow the trail up the other side. There's a bit of a steep hill there. And just over that hill, in the wall of the canyon, you'll see there's a beautiful opening to the cave. Let's walk into that cave together. And naturally it's going to start getting darker as you enter the cave, but follow the trail. And as we're walking into the cave, you can hear the sounds of water dropping. And as we're walking, there's going to be a fork in the trail. We want to take the left fork. And soon you'll hear the sound of water flowing. Now as you're walking, in just a minute on your right, you're going to actually see a big pool of water, like a swelling in a small river. And you'll see there's a small waterfall flowing gently into it. And along the edge of that pool, there's lots of big rocks, comfortably sized to sit on like a chair. Go ahead and choose a rock that appeals to you and sit on it. Make yourself comfortable and put your feet in the water. Now that you're seated in your rock chair with your feet in the water, just open your hearts to the spirit of the cave, the spirits of the cave, to the elements in the cave, the earth, the water, the fire, the air. And look right at the water. Look at the waterfall and the wading pool there that your feet are in. And connect your heart to the water. And while holding the intention of connecting to the water, say, "Dear water spirits, please mirror the activity of my mind and my emotions back to me as movement within you when there's activity within me. And as my mind and my emotions relax, please mirror that back to me by your own calming." And now what I'd like you to do is watch the water, watch the wading pool, listen to the sound of the waterfall, and let's take a couple of deep belly breaths and then blow intensively and watch how it moves the water. Now for me, I see a big wave, almost like a small version of a wave a surfer would surf on. And just do that again. And there it goes. I can even hear it crashing against the rocks when it reaches the other side of the wading pool area. I like to say thank you to the water spirits, so thank you, dear water spirits, for showing me the activities within me. Now look at the water and relax and think of a time when you were really content. You were fed, you were happy, you felt loved, you were safe, you were getting along with everyone in your life. And as you hold that thought, watch the water from your inner cave. Listen to the sounds of it. I hear a beautiful gurgling sound that almost makes me a little giddy, a little happy, like a kid that's just ate a bunch of birthday cake and been given lots of lovely gifts. Thank you, dear water spirits, for mirroring my mind and my emotions back to me. Now I'd like you to look at the water and think of a time when you were in a hurry, in a rush, and felt pressured to get somewhere or get something done. That sense of anxiety of, will I make it on time? And watch how the water responds to your feeling that level of anxiety and pressure. I don't know what you're seeing, but what I see is it looks like if you had a gallon jug of water and somebody was shaking it or vibrating it. It's dancing almost like if you had hail hitting a lake and there was droplets flying up out of the lake. Thank you, dear water spirits. Now let's look at the water and center ourselves. Now think of a time when you were angry and watch how the water responds. Bring yourself to that moment. And take a deep belly breath and let it all go. I don't know what happened for you, but for me the water started to spiral, just like when you flush the toilet, but it looked like it was boiling at the same time. A tremendous amount of energy. So now that we know that the water mirrors our mind back, let's spend the rest of the meditation just relaxing our mind and see if you can get the water to go flat and mirror the roof of the cave and even you back to yourself. And calm your breathing. Relax your mind. Think of your mind as though it was a muscle and you just finished a set. Just let it go and let your breathing calm and allow that water to go into a perfect mirror. Now I don't know what you're seeing, but what I'm seeing is all of you sitting around me in the cave. I'm seeing you being reflected back to me in the water, and I'm seeing you all around me. Now in this short few minutes, I've been able to share a technique with you that's very powerful if you practice it. And it allows you to have your thoughts and emotions mirrored back to you so you can learn to calm them and work with the water and allow it to be your feedback loop to guide you into relaxing and letting go. And let yourself sink deeply into that relaxation when you're in your own practice. If you have a question that you need answered, a question about life, love, career, how to make money, where to live, just post the question to your soul, the consciousness within you, which is the universe within you, and simply relax and say, "Dear soul," or "Great Spirit, please show me the image, the message in the water." And just watch the water in deep relaxation like you'd watch a movie. And you may be very surprised to find you get amazing guidance. So when you're ready, just say thank you to the cave spirits and the water spirits and the elementals, and walk back outside and follow the path back to where you started. And know that you now have a new and useful technique that you can do pretty much anywhere, anytime. Thank you for joining me today. I will meet you in the inner cave. Aho, Great Spirit.